Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us on Facebook Live right now. My name is Savannah Levins. I am a reporter for WCNC Charlotte with our Defenders team. We've got a story coming up tonight at 11 about unclaimed property. Right now, you could have cash free and easy waiting for you. It sounds too good to be true, I know, but it is. And I'm telling you guys, you will be shocked to find that you might actually have money available. I tried this on my coworkers, friends, family. A lot of people had money in this unclaimed property fund. So if you're tuning in right now, we are asking, we'll search for you. I'm about to show you how to do it yourself, but if you want to comment your first and last name, I'll search for you. So Emma, our web producer, if we could pull up my screen share right now, and I will just walk you guys through how to search for unclaimed property and just a little bit of background on unclaimed property and what it is. It's a variety of things. It could be leftover unemployment. That's a big one right now. It could be a paycheck that you never picked up for whatever reason, some other sort of check. It could be a safety deposit box that was abandoned. So like lots of different things. Generally, it's some sort of money in your name. So everyone tuning in right now, I'm going to walk through North and South Carolina. Every state has this. I would recommend searching your name in every state. So Samantha Lowry, are you in North Carolina? I saw you first. And we'll check for you. Are you in North Carolina or South Carolina? We'll try North Carolina and see if she pops up. So I'll show you how easy this is. And by the way, this is an official government website. So we're not doing anything with your information here. This is run through the secretary. And now they're asking me to put crosswalks on. But so NC Cash is the North Carolina website. And now you're watching me verify. Oh boy, I messed up the crosswalks. So anyway, so if you guys live in North Carolina, you can check this NC Cash website. All it needs, and right now we're checking for one of our commenters, Samantha Lowry. You're saying you're in North Carolina. So Samantha, you're seeing all these people pop up and basically just kind of showing for everyone how this works. You plug in your first and last name. If you want to narrow it down a little bit more, you can plug in the city, and you just come down and you can see all these people who have money waiting for them. In North Carolina, if it's more than $50, it'll just say 50 or greater. In some states, it'll tell you exactly how much it is. I interviewed the North Carolina treasurer for this story. He said they have, and the South Carolina treasurer, they said they have one lady who has $500,000 and she had no idea. So definitely worth checking. So Samantha, I didn't see anything pop up right away. A lot of the common names, you guys are probably going to have to refine the search a little bit. Let's try Betty Vance. Betty, I'm seeing you there. So for everyone watching, this is just how easy it is to check. Betty Vance, you live in North Carolina. Let's see. If your middle name's D, you might have something here, Betty, $13. And you can also see reported by. So you're seeing all these different, companies, different sources of this funding. Let's try Sherry Lewis right here. And the reason we're plugging in folks' names, and you guys obviously can do this yourself, just Google NC Cash. Sherry Lewis, it looks like you probably have a few things if you're recognizing any of these addresses. And don't tell us, we don't want to share your address on here, but Sherry Lewis, if you're at any of these addresses, you definitely have a lot of cash waiting for you. So this is North Carolina's website. I'm going to pop over and show you guys South Carolina's real quick. So the same thing, you're just going to look up unclaimed property South Carolina, just like you would search unclaimed property North Carolina. They make it so easy. South Carolina is you just come here, search for unclaimed property, and it's just as easy. Last and first name. You can narrow it down if you want, plug in your city if you want to. You don't have to if you have a unique enough name. All right, so let me get to some of these names. If you guys are commenting your first and last name, please include your state as well, whether you're in North or South Carolina. Buddy, if you're just joining us, he says, what is this? So this is a story that we are airing tonight at 11. If you want to tune in, then you'll learn all about it and hear from the North and South Carolina treasurer a bit more about how this works. But it's called unclaimed property. Every state has this. It's just North Carolina has more than $900 million in unclaimed property. South Carolina has more than $700 million. And it's a variety of different things. It's paychecks that were mailed to you that didn't get to you for whatever reason. It's extra unemployment. It's safety deposit boxes that were abandoned. It's, you know, someone opened a savings account in your name when you were a baby and it got, you know, sent. It could be Charter Spectrum overpayment that they tried to get to you that they couldn't. It could be so many things. It's hard for me to even get to it. So let's try Tara Mintz. We're just testing this out for a few folks. If you want to comment your name, we'll check for you because it doesn't take any personal information to check other than your first and last name. Tara Mintz, again, if you're recognizing any of these addresses, looks like you might have some money available for you. And if you have more than $50, it'll just say $50 or greater. A lot of people have found thousands of dollars. Let's check Pauline Young. All right, Pauline, we'll check for you. I'm trying to keep up with all the comments. Make sure I'm spelling everyone's name right. So Karsha, great question. How can you collect? Pauline, it looks like you might have some money here as well. I'm telling you guys, I mean, you think about $900 million in North Carolina alone, that far exceeds, you know, the number of residents. So I interviewed both the North and South Carolina Treasurer for the story that's airing tonight at 11. And what they both said, literal exact quote, they said, your chances of having money in unclaimed property trust fund or in the unclaimed property fund is greater. Your chances are greater than they are of, you know, winning the lottery. So great thing to check for sure. But what was the question that we were just, I'm trying to keep up with the chat. I know you guys are commenting your names. And if I don't get to your name, you can search this yourself right now. If you're in North Carolina, the website is NC Cash. Okay, we've got the comment on the screen here. So how can we collect if we have something? Thank you for pulling that up and reminding me. So how you can collect, you just are going to click. So say I am Pauline Young. I just click claim. Obviously, I'm not going to go through the process because I am not Pauline Young, but you're just going to go through and basically you just have to prove it's you. A lot of states will ask for your social security number, proof of residence, and that's pretty much it. And they'll send it to you right away. And this is on this website forever, for the rest of your life. There's no time limit on it. It's there forever. The only area it gets a little bit tricky, according to the state treasurer, is if you're trying to claim for someone who is deceased. That's a little trickier, but you can still do that if you're a part of the estate. So before we sign off, I'll try a few more people. Terry, Roanoke, Virginia. Search Virginia unclaimed property. Again, every single state has this. So I'm from Georgia. I didn't have anything in North Carolina, but I did from Georgia. So every state that you've lived in, check. Look, Cashy says, I had $300 plus from State Farm Insurance in the past. A lot of people saying that they had money in here. Celeste Thompson, let's see. Are you in North Carolina? Thompson, Celeste. I'm doing my dual screens here. So we're just plugging in people's names and seeing if they've got money. Celeste, if you recognize any of these addresses, my friend, it looks like you've got some money too. And again, if folks will just look at the examples over on this side of the screen, I mean, there's so many different sources. Is this a safe place to give out your social security number? Sylvia, great question. Don't give it to me. Don't write it in the comments. But yes, this website, if you do see that you have property, this is an official government website, and it's a part of the state treasury. It is 100% legitimate. You can call the state treasurer's office if you're anxious and want to confirm that. I totally understand the hesitancy. So Kenneth Walker, what's the website? Really what you want to do is you can just Google unclaimed property and then your state. Every single state has this. North Carolina, they call it nccash.com. Here's South Carolina's website. It's just through the treasurer.gov website, and you just click search for unclaimed property. Super easy. And again, I've tried this with so many friends, family. A lot of our coworkers at WCNC Charlotte had money available, and I can promise you it's legit. People get their money quickly. And, you know, especially in these difficult times, having this resource as just an easy way to get money is wonderful. And don't even just check your name. Check your parents, check your friends, check your nonprofit, check your church, check your business. The Carolina Panthers, I'll tell you guys a story. The Carolina Panthers just recently found out that they had $2,600 in unclaimed funds. So they ended up donating it to a local domestic violence shelter in Charlotte. Turns out the domestic violence shelter also had money available in unclaimed funds, and so did 3 of the 5 reporters who covered the story. So it's very common that this would happen. And so our digital producer just said, we have a question from Sherry. What happens if you no longer live at the address that's on there? How can you claim if you don't have anything to verify if it's been 10 plus years? That is a great question, Sherry. I believe, and because I haven't personally claimed anything through North Carolina, I can't tell you exactly what the claim process is like. I believe all you need is some sort of proof of residency. So if you have any like old bills, any old statements, that should do as far as approving that. But if it's under your name and that address, you know, when you plug in your social security number or your identifying information, whatever it asks for, that address should be under your name. So it really shouldn't be a problem. When I've interviewed the treasurers about this, and they said they tried to make it as easy as possible, especially for the lower payments. I mean, some people will log on and they've got thousands of dollars, but especially for those smaller amounts, they're going to make it really easy on you. So looking at more questions. So I guess I'm about to sign off here, but just to recap for those who are just joining, unclaimed property fund, one of the easiest ways you can see if you've got free and easy cash waiting on you right now. There's 1,000 different reasons you could have unclaimed cash available. Super easy to check. Just search unclaimed property and your state. North Carolina, I'll pull it up, is NC Cash. That's their website. It's as easy as just plugging in your first and last name. Joanne Weddle, Roanoke, Virginia. My friend, look up unclaimed property Virginia. It'll pop up a site just like this, and you just need to search your first and last name. This is something that is easily, you know, could make your day or your friends. Pass it along. I've got a lot of friends and family who are thanking me right now for finding them a couple of hundred, even $1,000. So let's see. I'll check Stavros before, I'll check one more before I sign off. Stavros, are you in North Carolina? We'll see. The more unique names are easier to search. So that one actually didn't have any, but as long as I spelt it correctly. But super easy to check. And again, to learn more about this, tune in tonight at 11. You just got an email from them, Shanice, from the treasurer's office. That's the other thing, is they really are trying to be more proactive about letting people know that this is available and that it's out there. And it's, again, totally legitimate. I understand, you know, when you're talking about something like free money, just plug in your first and last name. It seems too good to be true. Tune in tonight at 11. I interview both the state treasurers of North and South Carolina about this program, what it is, how it works, how to check if you have money available. And then please, Celeste, did you have any money? I hope you did. This is such a great story because I've been able to connect so many people with just instant money, and it's the best feeling. It's free, it's easy, it's owed to you. So please comment on this if you do find money. I love to hear it. Tune in tonight at 11 to hear more about this. Share this with your family and friends. We've got the link to the story attached to this live stream right now. And inside that link is also a link to both the North and South Carolina Treasurer websites where you can check this. Again, this is not a third-party website. This is an official government state treasury website. This is money that's owed to you. It's free. It's easy. So go get it if you have it. Thank you guys so much for joining us. And please catch that story tonight at 11 o'clock on WC.